The Stoic secret to living without fear. Have you ever stopped to think about how many decisions in your life have been shaped by fear? Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing someone, or even fear of facing the unknown. Fear is one of the most basic and primal human emotions, but when we don't learn how to deal with it, it can imprison us. What if I told you there's a secret, a philosophical key, that can free you from this emotional trap? This key comes directly from Stoic philosophy, one of the most powerful and practical schools of thought in history. Before we dive into this transformative teaching, I have a quick request. If you value content like this, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps us grow and share these ideas with more people. We're just getting started here, and your support is essential for our journey. Let's go together? Now, imagine for a moment that you're sailing on a stormy sea. The giant waves represent life's challenges and fears. While most of us desperately struggle against the current, the Stoics offer something different. Not fighting the tide, but learning to navigate it. And to sail through the sea, they offer us a powerful map. This map is called the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control, one of Stoicism's pillars, is the simple yet revolutionary idea that there are things under our control and things beyond it. Moreover, all the suffering we feel is directly linked to not understanding this distinction. Think about it. How many times have you worried about what others think of you? Or tried to control someone else's behavior? Or fretted over a future that hasn't even arrived yet? The Stoics, like Epictetus, invite us to ask a crucial question. Does this depend on me? If the answer is yes, do your best. If the answer is no, let it go. It sounds easy in theory, but putting it into practice requires training and mental discipline. For instance, the fear of being judged by others. Other people's opinions are beyond your control. What's within your grasp is staying true to your principles, acting with integrity, and living according to your values. The rest is irrelevant. Another key Stoic lesson is the idea that most fear doesn't come from reality, but from our perception of it. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about how many times you've anticipated a problem or failure that never actually happened. The Stoic secret is to train the mind to question these stories we tell ourselves. A practical technique is the premeditation of evils, or premeditatio malorum. Don't worry, it's not about thinking negatively. It's about rationally imagining what could go wrong, with the goal of emotionally preparing for it. If you fear losing your job, for example, the Stoics would say, "And if that happens, what would I do? How could I adapt?" This mental exercise not only reduces the emotional impact of fear, but also strengthens your resilience and prepares you to act with clarity. Furthermore, the Stoics teach us something fundamental: to accept life's impermanence. Everything is transient, from moments of glory to the darkest days. By remembering that this too shall pass, you connect with the reality that nothing is permanent, not even your fears. When we adopt this perspective, we become lighter and better equipped to face challenges with serenity. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, reminds us you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He challenges us to recognize that it's not external events that frighten us, but how we choose to interpret them. Imagine looking at life from this perspective. Instead of seeing problems, seeing challenges that can be overcome. Instead of seeing losses, seeing opportunities for growth. This shift in mindset is what the Stoics called living according to nature, that is, in harmony with reality. Another important point is the daily practice of reflecting on death, something known as memento mori. For the Stoics, remembering that life is brief and finite isn't a reason for sadness, but a call to live fully. By accepting our mortality, fears become less intimidating. After all, why fear failure or the opinions of others so much when, in the grand scheme of life, these things hold so little weight? And here lies the greatest Stoic secret to living without fear: accepting what happens combined with focusing on what we can control. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up, but rather letting go of the futile struggle against what's beyond our reach. It's like a sailor who learns to adjust the sails according to the wind instead of trying to change the storm's direction. Now I ask you, What's stopping you from applying this in your life? Stoicism isn't just a philosophy. It's a daily practice, a guide for dealing with the uncertainties and fears we all face. Maybe you can't control the future, but you can control how you prepare for it. Maybe you can't avoid the waves of the sea, but you can become an excellent navigator. To live without fear, you need to cultivate courage and wisdom daily. This is done through small actions, reflecting at the end of the day on what went well, planning how to react better tomorrow, and, above all, remembering that your mind is your greatest resource. Life doesn't wait. The time to live is now, with purpose, with courage, and with gratitude. If this video inspired you in any way, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of people seeking to live with more courage, purpose, and clarity. And with you here, our ship becomes even stronger. Share this content with someone you think needs to hear these words, and let's spread this ancient wisdom together. See you next time.